out. It's really annoying.
Is it?
Yeah.
With all that head?
Yeah. Well, if...
Want to do a primer?
I think there's more 30 seconds than there's minutes, so I think I only got 3 minutes. We'll get through all 3 minutes on here though, just get rid of the minutes.
Yeah,
I'll just drop it in the same hole. I'll drop it versus throwing it.
Whoa! That's secondary? Smoky.
My ears are ringing.
Building 39.
I saw it.
Shadow
Yeah. So you saw it You're not coming that way when I looked up and...
Billard, where are you guys going?
Oh, what the hell?
Doesn't offer much for overhead protection. Get ready to.
You know how to use it?
Ready? Pop. Smoke.
Smoking.
Hey, control deck coming up. 30 seconds. Might be 45 seconds.
Smoke. Roger. Control deck is smoking.
3, 2, 1.
Too close.
Everybody okay?
It's coming. It's more right. It's more right, not left. Yeah. It's right. It takes direction.
I think so.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Breach clear. It's a hole. We got holes in the south. Jackson. Is that us? Who is? Somebody's shooting that way.
Yeah, that's second.
Because of the wall. They just don't want tanks to put a main gun around in them. Was that you? No.
He's egressing out. He's heading up north.
That dude is hunting.
Oh, dude.
I think he fixed it wrong.
Here, I'm gonna.
Recon by fire. Go ahead. Oh, he's right.
He's in the compound right now.
Hey, we have effects on. There's nobody there. He ran into the compound. He's not down.
Hey, who needs it? Unit. You want some more?
Yeah, sure.
All right, you're all linked up.
Okay, never mind. There's a lot. It's a lot of people.
Power box over there. Just across from us.
I got.
Gets me covered a little
Nothing.
bit further left.
Yeah. Okay, pan left on that wall. It's on the high side there.
Just below that.
Hey, Brent. Hey, how you guys doing on ammo?
No.
What are you saying? Right here.
Give it to me.
Yeah, just follow the trace. Okay.
I'll be this guy out there. Hey, there's a big hole up here.
It's a Carez.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah.
I looked inside, I didn't go in.
Alright, so it's still that means somebody was here.
2, 1, 0.
That's the north pass that we gotta do.
We got a shepherd over there.
You know that we have maps right there too, right?
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Post rotation, but I don't know if he's going to do it or not. Don't worry.
Yep, 5 see you guys later.
Hey, what's the distance? To the compound? Yeah. Probably 400.
Get some 203s there.
Matt's shooting right now.
There you go.
That person's gone if they didn't get hit.
Those guys are gone by now. They're probably back in that.
All it is up here is it's tree, compound trees, a berm, and then I can't see past that.
Riding along the tree lines hiding.
You see that bush line straight ahead of us? It's the one that's got like the transformer to the left of it. Can you range that for me?
Describe the overall operation that the Marines just completed. So,
okay, basically, our main task was to disrupt, really. So we helicopter inserted into Kashmesh Khan, which is a part of Zamindawar, the town of Zamindawar, which is in Kajaki district. A lot of their logistics as well as their leadership are held here. So us coming in here, along with our sister companies off to our west, basically disrupts them. So they're not focused on interfering with the Afghan National Army or anything as far as the Afghan government. They're focused on fighting us and dealing with us. So it kind of takes the pressure off the Afghans, so to speak. So it allows them some breathing room and allows them to get further established as they continue to build their police force and their army and all their logistics, and just basically lets them get a little space. So,
how much work is involved in planning an operation of this size. So,
an incredible amount. An incredible amount. Coordinating among outside agencies with the battalion is probably the biggest issue. As far as the logistics for this operation, it's absurd how you have all the tanks to worry about. You have just food and water for the Marines, especially the heat's been in excess of 120 some days, so the amount of water we consume is crazy. Ammunition, we have been going through a lot of it, and mainly the special stuff. It's not just bullets for our weapons, it's demolition, some ammunition for the tanks. That obviously all needs to be trucked in. Helicopter resupply, it's dangerous in certain helicopters here, so it's you gotta do a lot of forward planning as far as logistics and realistically how you can get logistics to us depending on where we're at. So I know this was in the planning for a long time, especially on the higher levels. So it's just an incredible amount, especially to coordinate it and bring all these units together at one time and actually pull this off.
how successful was this operation so?
I'd say it's been incredibly successful. We've definitely eliminated some of their key players, high value individuals as we like to call them, HVIs. I think it's, from the ground perspective, I think we've definitely accomplished the task of disruption. And I think I know they've been holding a lot of meetings. We've seen some guys over some aircraft footage. They've been holding numerous meetings trying to figure out what to do with the Americans. So I'd say overall, we're definitely successful here.
What were some of the conditions in the terrain, weather, things like that the Marines had to overcome during this operation?
Terrain here, it's really not too bad. It's pretty flat compared to what we've been dealing with when we were up in northern Wissahickon. But the heat is something that's new to us. It's been warm. I'd say it was about 90 degrees. We operated our last mission, but now I think we started off the first couple of days, we're about 95, and now it's got in excess of like 120 sometimes. I think that's one of the biggest things that they've had to deal with. Aside from that, it's the engagements. The enemy likes to shoot us from defilade. They like to hide shooting through little holes in walls or in excess of 800 meters.
In the long run, in the big scheme of things, where do you think this operation will hold up in the story of the war in Afghanistan? So?
I think, I think it'll go down in history per se. It definitely, it's one of the largest, it's one of the final largest operations that is actually U.S. led, and the whole point of this is part of OpJaws, and the whole point of it is to set up our retrograde from Afghanistan. And I think it's been ridiculously successful in that. It definitely has. Like I said, we've disrupted them enough, and I think their focus is really dealing with us and not so much on the Afghans. It allows the Afghans to, get their feet underneath them, reinforce their defenses, figure out their strategies, and so by the time we get out of here, I think they'll definitely be ready for us to leave and take over. So I think this op it's one of the last offenses, and I think it definitely has been an offensive, and we've definitely disrupted them and accomplished our task. I think it'll be well known in history. I think anybody that was in Afghanistan during this time period, you're going to know about OpJaws, you're going to know about what went on in Zamindawar. So.
What would you want the Marines with a 2-5 Golf Company to take out of this experience? So?
But I think the biggest thing they got to take away is setting up the Afghans, the Afghan army, Afghan police for us to get out of here. And I think you definitely can realize how that has an effect on it. I think if they take out the fact that we actually are helping the Afghans and easing their transition as we leave, I think that's what they should get the biggest thing out of it. Aside from that, it's just personal accomplishment. I mean, we did accomplish a hell of a lot, a lot of coordinated, complicated things that a rifle company does not get an opportunity to do very often, or rifle platoon for that matter. And I think we've definitely overcome challenges. We've learned how to work with each other better. I think everybody's honed their skills, and I think that's overall, they know what they're capable of, and they're a bunch of tough dudes. So,
if you can just in your own words describe this last operation that the Marines has participated in.
The last operation that we just participated in, basically we needed to come into an area where they haven't had a lot of military influence. There's not a lot of ANA or AMP influence in this area, especially not a lot of Marine influence. They've had some missions that they had done here with some of the task force teams. So what they needed is a strong appearance for us to come through here and clear out this area. So we came through with the intent to clear the area. It lasted roughly around 15 days, basically clearing sectors or sections at a time. We pushed through certain areas, holding up in certain positions for a little while, obviously trying to throw a little deception in there so the enemy could never pick up our TTPs or figure out our plans. All in all, I think it was a good improvement, and I believe now they're going to try and keep a positive influence out here with some type of military organization, whether it be a task force team or another infantry unit.
Overall, would you consider this operation a success?
Oh, definitely. Not as many fighters as I thought. Maybe that's because we threw them off. I think we scared them a little bit, but I believe all in all it was a success.
In the broad picture of the war in Afghanistan, where do you think this operation Jaws will go down in the history books?
I wouldn't say it's one of the top ones, but it's pretty high up there. That, like I said, there hasn't been a strong military force in this area. They've been some 1 or 2 day ops, maybe 3 or 4 days, nothing this long, and this was believed to be one of the very strongholds. So I mean, if this was one of the strongholds and we came through and cleared the way we did, that's a success in our book. Whether it goes in the history books or not, it's a success in our book, and we definitely took a lot of enemy fighting positions and fighters off the battlefield, and I believe people will talk about it, maybe not as big as some of the other ones, but it definitely made an impact.
What were the conditions like? What was the operation like?
It was a little different at first. It was hard to know what to expect. You get intel briefs on this is the way it's going to be, this is the way it's going to be, and again, those are just intel briefs. Nothing's ever positive, and that's why they always say never fall in love with your plan, because it's going to change, and it kind of did. And I think the Marines adapted very well to that situation. When we first got here, it was really dark and kind of flowed right into the area, and then from there I wouldn't say it was play it by ear, it was detailed higher on what our intent was and what we were doing, and I think the Marines flowed through that pretty well, going to one area, knowing what they had to do in that specific area, and then standing by for the next mission, and then getting briefed, and then literally after getting briefed, flowing right into the next area, section. I think that worked really well for us, and that, again, like I said, it keeps the enemy guessing, on what our TTPs are, what our objectives, because the main thing we try to teach the Marines is never set a pattern, never set, the same routine. If you're always doing something a little different, mixing it up, going left instead of where you normally went right, it works really good for us. So I think all in all it was a success.
What would you want the Marines to take out of this experience?
I believe whether we had positive influence on the civilians or whether we took a bag out of the field or we detained somebody, great things came from this.
As a platoon sergeant, what are you most proud of about your Marines?
The camaraderie. 9 times out of 10 when you have a unit that's been out on a 3, 4, 5, 6, 12-day op, after a little while you start getting at each other's throats. It didn't happen. All my guys stuck together. We had Marines get sick. We had a couple get hurt, and the first thing we did was start taking care of our brothers. And that's one thing that you could say is really great about our platoon is we stick together. No fighting, no bickering, no arguing, picking up the slack where the other ones may drop a little bit here and there. And I think that's the best thing that a platoon sergeant could ever want from his platoon is no matter what friction point you're at, somebody's going to be there to assist and help each other instead of bickering, arguing, making the situation 10 times worse.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I just couldn't be more proud of my boys.